Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to find out if a company is really healthy or just putting on a good show. Today we're looking at Odyssey Health Inc. and their latest report. Let's see what sort of surprises or maybe not so surprises they have for us. Before we dive in, if you get value from our deep dives into company filings, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, we have a fantastic community Discord server linked in the description below. You should definitely check it out. So Odyssey Health is filing a Form 8K report, which generally means something pretty important happened that the company needs to let investors know about right away. It's not an everyday thing like a regular earnings report, but more like a special announcement. This is Odyssey Health Inc. and it's filed on August 14, 2025. Their main thing is common stock, traded over the counter under the symbol OD, where Y, not on a major exchange like the NY or NASDAQ, but on OTC, which often means a smaller company or one with some specific trading characteristics. The most interesting part of this particular filing is under Item 1, Il1. These generally covers when a company makes a really important agreement. What happened here is that Odyssey Health made an amendment to a promissory note. Think of a promissory note as an IOU, a promise to pay back money. They originally made this note back in August of 2024 with an investor named Peter J. DeRuda, someone who meets certain financial requirements to be considered an accredited investor. The key change in this amendment is that they've extended the date when this money needs to be paid back. The original due date has now been pushed to January 31, 2026. All other previously agreed upon terms and conditions in the note are still in place. Now this next item, Item 2.03, basically confirms that this change to the note makes it a direct financial obligation for the company. This is important because it clearly shows a debt the company owes and has agreed to modify. An actual document outlining this change is attached as Exhibit 10 by, while we don't have the full details of the original note or the exact amount here, because this is a Form 8K, it's telling us about a significant change to a significant financial obligation. This part just lists what else is included with the filing. This confirms the amendment to the promissory note with Peter J. DeRuda from August 2024 is the main document attached here. And finally, the report is signed off by Joseph Michael Redmond, the Chief Executive Officer, as of August 15, 2025. So what does this all mean for Odyssey Health? This filing is pretty straightforward. It's an update on their debt. They had a note due that they needed to address, and instead of paying it off, they've negotiated an extension. On the surface, an extension can be a sign of good faith and that the company is working with its lenders. It gives them more time to potentially improve their financial situation or execute their business plan before needing to repay the funds. However, we have to remember this is a company trading on OTC. Without more financial information directly in this report, like revenue, profit, or cash flow, it's hard to say if this extension is a proactive move to buy time for growth or a sign of financial distress. Often companies that need to extend debt are facing challenges in generating enough cash to meet their obligations. The fact that they are extending the maturity date suggests they might not have the immediate cash readily available to pay it back on the original schedule. Looking at this from a Warren Buffett perspective, we want to see a business that can consistently generate profits and pay its debts. An extension on a loan isn't inherently bad, but it makes us ask questions. Why the extension? Is the business performing as expected? Is the cash flow strong enough to support operations and future growth? This filing doesn't answer those questions directly, but it highlights a current financial obligation and a modification to it. So for Odyssey Health, the key takeaway here is that they've managed to renegotiate a debt repayment deadline, improving their short-term liquidity position. But this is likely a temporary measure, and the real test will be their ability to generate the revenue and profits needed, not just to repay this debt, but to grow the business sustainably. We need to see their full financial reports, their income statements and balance sheets to really understand their financial health and whether this extension is a step towards overcoming challenges or just delaying the inevitable. It's always worth digging deeper into these companies, especially those on the OTC markets, to understand the full picture. What's your take on these kinds of debt extensions? Do they worry you, or do you see them as smart financial management? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. And don't forget to join our Discord community. We're always discussing these filings and more there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.